This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before. And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country, and maybe beyond.
You are looking at the 47th president of the United States. After big wins in battleground states, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, Donald Trump has won the presidency for a second time. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Melody Mendez.
And I'm Colton Bradford. So there certainly is a lot to talk about this morning, right? President-elect Trump now surviving a criminal conviction, several indictments and multiple assassination attempts, but our deeply divided nation has chosen to elect them once again. Now, Trump's victory is partially thanks to heavy hitters Texas and Florida. He also dominated the battleground blitz, winning North Carolina, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Harris took New York and California, as well as Virginia.
Now, we have team coverage for you this morning as we stay on top of the results, still coming in, some of them, not just in the race for the White House, but our local elections as well. So our team is scattered across the country in New England and in Washington, D.C. But we want to begin with NBC 10's Eli Rosenberg in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Good morning from West Palm Beach, Florida, where Donald Trump is waking up the 47th president of the United States. NBC News is projecting that after he picked up several key wins in battleground states overnight. So he's going to go from former president to now president-elect. And this was the scene overnight. Donald Trump taking the stage inside a packed convention center not too far from where we're standing right now. Many in the crowd had waited hours, some arriving at 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. for the chance to watch the results come in and then hear from Trump. Got to tell you, the feeling in the room really spiking around 10 last night. That's when those first results started coming in from places like Georgia and Pennsylvania. Trump telling the crowd he was ready to get back to work in the White House.
And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day, I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve.
So that's President-elect Trump. He spoke for about 30 minutes at the convention center earlier this morning, really calling for unity. And now a Trump aide telling NBC News to expect another Trump rally soon. You know, back when he won 8 years ago, he had several of these rallies in the transition period, calling them a thank you tour. In West Palm Beach, Eli Rosenberg, NBC 10 Boston.
Eli, thank you. Now, look, leaders around the world are chiming in to congratulate President Trump on his second term. You're looking at French President Emmanuel Macron's post on X or Twitter. He congratulated the new president, saying he's ready to work together with him as they did for 4 years and hopes they can do it with respect and ambition. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also took to X, calling the president's win history's greatest comeback. In the post, he continued praising the 47th president, saying his return offers a new beginning for America and a recommitment to the alliance between Israel and the U.S. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky also applauding Trump's win, saying he appreciates President Trump's, quote, commitment to the peace process through strength, approach in global affairs. Looks forward to his decisive leadership.
Well, the move was much different in Washington, D.C., where VP Kamala Harris held her election night party. It's now been hours since the race was called, and we still have not heard from the vice president. NBC 10 political reporter Matt Pritchard is in Washington for us. He's got the very latest.
We were at Howard University last night where Kamala Harris was holding her election night watch party, and throughout the evening the emotions really ran the gambit for supporters. In the beginning it was celebratory, singing, dancing, that sort of thing, but as results started to trickle in, that turned towards nervous anxiety and ultimately sort of a realization of where the race was ultimately heading. We got a chance to speak with some supporters as they were walking out of Howard Yard to hear what they think about a new term for Donald Trump. Here's what they had to say.
I'm definitely scared of the next 4 years. I think it's going to be even harder to transition from a Biden presidency into a Donald Trump presidency.
I'm not looking forward to it. There's a lot of negative possibilities when it comes to abortion rights, reproductive care.
I really don't want to imagine America where all of the things that my ancestors worked hard for, my grandparents have worked hard to accomplish is undone.
And that large gathering of supporters was hoping to see history last night. Instead, they watched Donald Trump once again find his way to the White House. In Washington, D.C., Matt Pritchard, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, Matt, thanks for your reporting there. Meanwhile, another victory for the GOP that we need to talk about this morning. The Republican Party has won back control of the Senate. Now, there were multiple GOP wins in a handful of key races, ensuring the new majority and flipping party control of the upper chamber. This is huge. Republicans last won a majority in the Senate back in 2018 before Democrats went on to secure a narrow majority in the two most recent elections. The chamber will play a huge role not only in the legislative priorities, of course, next year, but also in the incoming president's ability to pick his cabinet. Both parties remain locked in a tight battle for control of the House of Representatives.
All right, well, let's